No, that's good advice, because I definitely get kind of locked into little details that just kind of hold things up, and I just need to move forward and sometimes make a decision. You're in the cereal aisle, just pick one and move on, and
Yeah, because
too much
so
time.
many times people would say, well, if you're laughing and learning, you wouldn't fit in a boardroom. And I'm thinking, crap, if you ever sat in a boardroom where they need somebody to go, speak up, like give it a break. We
You're
separate our lives into all this nonsense. That's what I've learned. So,
well, that's actually the theme of today. I'm calling today's talk Free Tacos, right? Because
free tacos.
it's self-explanatory. Everybody wants it, and there's absolutely no resistance to buy. All right, we totally overcomplicate this my whole theory and premise on marketing has been way overcomplicated, right? But if you see an ad for a free taco or something, you are going to that taco shop, okay? Right? And what are you going to do when you get there? You're probably going to buy an horchata, maybe a cerveza if you're Dr. Jason, right? You're probably going to get an extra taco for the wife or the husband or the kids, right? Like this, we don't really have to overcomplicate our offers. We just need to present what we do in a very simple, easy to understand way and give people an opportunity to take us up on it, okay? And once you get that money exchanged and they become a customer, it's like that resistance drops, and then you have an opportunity to take them through your customer journey. Does that make sense? So actually, so I was talking to Scott about this last night, about how honestly, I think I've given people what I wanted for their business, not what they were ready for.
Mm.
And I have all these books in my head, and I see the whole picture, or at least I think I do, right? I see a bigger picture for their business. So I'm building that for them, but they're not ready to step into that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And so I've built a lot of complicated funnels that collected dust or were quickly abandoned at the first sight of, not the first sight, like if they didn't like shoot out of the gate right away. And Scott, will you text Chuck? He's not here. Something's wrong.
Okay.
So I built these big funnels for people, and then they don't use it, or they start to run traffic to it and it doesn't like skyrocket right away, and they abandon them. And I'm like, what the heck? Just follow the process. Just keep, believe it, trust it. But they don't have that same belief system that I do, because they haven't read all the books. They're just kind of going off what I tell them, right? And how many times has someone told you to do something that they know is good for you, and you're like, and you blow it off, right? And you only come to figure it out later that, hey, they were right. Mom and dad were right? Oh, I see what they were trying to say. And so I was talking with Scott about this last night, kind of just this recent realization that, yeah, I'm building this group program, and I've been building it independently with all you, and I'm in various stages of getting it completed, and kind of like this frustration of like, there's just a lot of moving parts, right? Putting together, welcome, Chuck. We can now start the meeting, right? Kind of this frustration of having 10 half-baked cakes, right? Right,
Is that how many people you got in the group? 10 half-baked cakes?
I got a lot of quarter-baked cakes, but yeah, I'm shooting for half.
half finished projects, right? And I'm like, and it's for a lot of reasons, but my realization is I've been trying to build these very, not complicated, but like a very robust marketing system and message for someone. And when I do actually get people into it, a lot of times they don't they don't use it, or they don't see the power of it because they're not ready for it, right? Mm-hmm. It's the classic analogy. You don't give a 16-year-old who's just starting to drive a Ferrari, right? They can't understand the power. And if you give a young child a super powerful car and we say, be safe, they're either going to wreck it, they're not going to respect it, right? They're going to get into trouble with it, or, so you don't, it's not prudent. It's not wise, right? And and how does this relate back to marketing? It's like, well, I want people to have these very robust marketing engines with lead magnets and complicated, or not complicated, but thorough email follow-up systems, SMS, retargeting ads, a mini webinar where you really present your message like Jason was talking about, and you're breaking false beliefs. And you just have this line of people like looking to hand you money, right? You launch your funnel, you get traffic into it, and your business is just, right? But unless you fully appreciate the tool, unless you fully understand and are completely 100% bought in on the strategy, it's probably not going to work for you, because it won't make you an overnight success. It's not going to make you an overnight millionaire. There's trial, there's error, there's adjusting, there's split testing, there's optimizing. Like, there's a process to it, and I'm talking to Scott about this last night at the gym, and I'm like, you know what? People understand like simple coupon style offers, right? Free taco, right? Free back crack at the local chiropractor, right, Jason? Like simple, easy to understand things that you don't need a big long messaging for. You don't need to like really convince people to take it. It's just like, hey, do you want this thing? I have this shiny thing for you. And the people that take it are high percentage. They're roughly in your ideal client avatar. Maybe it's not super targeted, but there's a good chance that those people you can take to the next level, right? And you can start to get a feel for receiving inbound leads through a funnel and learn how to manage them and work them and understand how the process works, the back end. Okay. And once you appreciate it a little bit more and you actually have the full belief that this actually works, you can run ads to a funnel and get results that it works. I don't know any other way to say it. Then it's like, I want more. Give me more, right? I'm ready, right? There's this maturation process that happens, okay? To where you are ready to invest the time, invest the money, and invest of yourself to build out a pretty robust marketing system that can really scale your business. But unless you've kind of been through the paces and, learned to ride a bike with training wheels on, it's probably not prudent. Okay. So I'll share one quick example, and then I want to share with you a funnel that I made for Scott when we were first starting out that is still producing leads. And it is so dead simple. It is, we got like 2 this week. And frankly, I forget it exists. We made it, we put it out there in the world, and it just works. Right. And it's essentially a coupon funnel. It's just like, hey, and I'll show you what that funnel is, right?
Caleb, real quick, I just wanted to like expand your Ferrari analogy, because I think it's more like I understand, like you've parked a Ferrari with all the bells and whistles, like all the upgrades in my driveway, and I'm looking at it like a toddler. And then you've also parked a tricycle in my driveway, and I'm like, oh, okay, I know what to do with this tricycle. I can figure this out. But the Ferrari, it's just like, I'm looking at it, and it's not that I don't understand the powerfulness of it. I'm like, this thing is freaking sweet. Someday there's going to be a driver that can take me places in this. But I don't see myself as a driver, right? But you throw the tricycle in front of me, I'm like, oh, I can figure that out. Like, it's literally like a toddler, or somebody that's age appropriate for a tricycle looking at Ferrari, and they know that it's powerful. They know that they just can't fathom that they're going to be able to do anything with that unless their parent, or some guardian says, hey, you want to go for a ride? And they're like, yeah, let's do it. So it's that, yeah, like you said, maturation process. But when you said you don't understand the power of it, I think that's the piece. Like, you definitely understand, like, holy cow, this thing is freaking sweet. You just don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. Bingo.
That's good.
And I have to say, and it hasn't got to do with age and all that bloody stuff. I really struggle with techie. So period, you can give me the funnel, but if there's not some, I would literally need you to have a little minion stuck in behind, which would be a virtual assistant that you would direct them to do this email sequencing and so on, so that when I'm doing my work, I'm doing what I do. Almost like was that Michael or whoever you had there that was booking the things in? No, who was that a couple of weeks ago you had? But anyhow, there's a whole lot of us that need a whole lot more hand holding so we can do what we do. And you would know how to train a VA to run all that silly stuff. That drives me crazy.
The funnel that Caleb's about to show, this morning I woke up and checked my emails, and at 3:47, somebody booked through my Calendly. I'm like, oh, sweet, there's an appointment on my calendar for next Monday. I'm like, I wonder where that came from. And then I got the email, the ClickFunnels email forwarded of, they landed on this page and they exited on this page. And so I kind of checked out, oh, okay, so they got the free appointment session, they got the 5-day communication series. So I was able to just literally like a toddler looking at a tricycle saying, oh, I know what to do with this. An appointment happened while I was sleeping. The funnel worked while I was sleeping. All the things are already automated. Like they're getting the email sequence, the 5-day series. And I just have to show up on Monday and do my dog and pony show and close them. And yeah.
Wow.
So here's the funnel. It's kind of funny to look at now, but it works.
Are you showing it to us?
Yeah. Okay. Attention couples who need relationship help now. Claim a free relationship coaching session today. Okay. We have a little video. Should we watch the video, Scott?
Oh yeah. No, please don't.
Watch the video.
All right. I'm going to leave the room while you guys watch that.
No.
Is your relationship not where you want it to be? I've been there and I know how hard that is. In fact, in my relationship, it was the hardest thing that I've ever been through. I'm Scott Landis. This is my wife, Tanya. And we've been there. We've been through that rock bottom time, and we've been able to go from there to fully live, fully passionate, fully in love. And we were able to get through it. And so first of all, I just want to encourage you that you can get through this. And what I want to do is give you a plan that we were able to go back and reverse engineer the steps that we took to get there. And we put that into a plan that now we're able to teach couples. So we can give that to you in the form of a free session. So we're going to give you our calendar. Go ahead and put your email in the box and we'll send you our calendar link, and you can come meet with us in person, or we can do it on a video conference, whatever you prefer. And also I want to let you have results right away. So I'm going to give you this free, the Seek First to Understand 5-day communication series. It's going to come delivered to your email box over the next 5 days, but you're going to get your first session right away, your first lesson right away. And then you'll get that and the appointment that we'll be seeing you soon. So I'll see you on the other side and look forward to helping you out with that.
That was excellent.
That's it.
Thank you.
Period.
I showed up and I stood up and I speaked up.
You
Come
did.
on. So
You
good.
did.
That's it. Okay. So,
Can I address something really quickly,
yeah,
Caleb?
please.
Sandra, you're awesome. And I feel like there's a part of you that continues to resist. And it's that part of you that's going to keep you from achieving what you want to achieve. I think you need to embrace technology. I'm not saying become a guru, but everyone in your space and everyone that is successful has accepted that they have to adapt to technology. I mean, life is leaving you behind if you don't. And there's, I think, just even from a basic level to an intermediate level, there's tons of tutorials out there, tons of resources for you to have a good understanding that's not overwhelming, that will allow you, I think, to push through that ceiling that you've created for yourself. Because as soon as you say, I'm not a techie, you're just limiting yourself, and you put yourself in a box that's going to be very, very hard to get out of. And so if you start to say, maybe I'm not a techie yet, or when I'm better at this, or I'm learning this, that kind of mindset has to change for you, because there's just so many things that you will not be able to unlock with that kind of belief. And I know that you want to stick to doing what you do best. Doing what you do best is teaching others. It's also having the want and desire to learn what you don't know, so that you can also be successful. And that in itself would be a testimony, if you will, or a way that you help people, is through your journey with technology too. So I just think that I just felt compelled to say that, because I interact with so many people, and I know that those that are resistant to things that are helpful for them, they stay there. And I know you're better than that. So
Thank you.
you're very welcome.
That was a lot of love in there.
Yes,
It was. Thank you, guys.
you're welcome.
That was a little intervention. Mhm. See, we're going to make you speak up with confidence, Sandra. Okay. All right. So Sandra, we're making you a coupon funnel right now. Okay.
Yes.
This is the free taco funnel. Hi, Sarah. Good morning, or good day to you, my lady.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 3 o'clock here, so
Yeah, I know. She's across the pond, Jason.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So this is all right. So I just made your little funnel account here in the FunnelFlow marketing platform. Okay. My white labeled version of High Level. Okay. Which has all the marketing tech you could ever want, Sandra. All right. So I'm in your sub account, Speak Up with Confidence. We can I said you live on 123 Canada Street. We can adjust that later. Right. Now I have my mega template. I call it the FunnelFlow lead capture mega funnel. And basically I've smushed together a whole bunch of different ways to capture people's information and then present to them an offer. So we'll just kind of go in here and see what we want to do. All right, so we have free course, free ebook, case study. Let's see. Okay. So what we do is we duplicate this. So we're going to clone it. We're going to clone it into your funnel, because that's our template. We don't want to mess with it. And the cool thing about this platform is that I can make kind of account-wide changes, and these templates will get better over time. And then I can push that to all the accounts, right? So when I figure out a new funnel structure, I just put it into the main account and I push it out. It's like magic. Okay. Another cool thing is you can scrape ClickFunnels. So we are going to, since this funnel works and continues to work for us, we're just going to.
That would be my style. It'd have to be that simple, because it was lovely, really.
All right. I'm having loading issues. There we go. So I'm just going to go to add new step, as if I need more pages. And so I was talking with Scott last night at the gym about what would be a coupon style offer that we could create for Sandra that would Well, first of all, did you do your homework from last week?
I I had a lot of it done, so I copied it over into the Google Sheety thing there, but I didn't know how to get it shared back. Somehow I appeared to have locked
That's
it up.
okay. That was just for you.
Okay.
Right, you doing your homework. Good job. All right, you're showing up. All right, so let me ask you a question. Would you be disappointed if people were paying you $7, $19, like pick a number, to do like a 1 hour speaking and confidence mini workshop? And then after they pay you, so say it's like $100 workshop, and then they pay you a low ticket amount, okay? The coupon idea, right? And then, or we could even phrase it this way, so there's less resistance. They only pay if they thought it was valuable, right? So they pay after the event. Okay.
That's neat.
Yeah. So the idea is like, there's absolutely no resistance, and then they actually experience it, and you're going to shine like you always do. And then it's like, okay, well, if you thought this was valuable, here's the payment link. If not, it's all good. Thank you. All right. Would you be disappointed if you had like 10 or 20 people coming into that meeting, once a week or every few weeks, and then you could offer them a group program?
No, that would be beautiful.
Okay. All right. So that's what we're going to do. All right. So we're going to say, free communication workshop. That sound good?
Mhm.
Okay. Free.
But if we're asking them to pay even afterwards, why call it free?
You know what Daily Ohm does is pay what you want, and they kind of give you 3 prices. So that's another way of, like they're the big 19, 35, and 60 or something.
Yeah.
What if it was like confidence or bold or whatever Sandra's catchphrase
this
is?
isn't the headline yet. This is just
Oh, gotcha.
we're just naming the step of the funnel.
Oh, okay.
The customer doesn't see this.
Okay. I mean, I'm doing everything for free now anyhow, so anything that gets them flowing. You guys are awesome. I can never quite understand why you take your time to do this.
We love you, Sandra. Okay, just consider it a virtual hug.
Thank you.
Great from blank. Sorry, I had a little, something didn't work. Let me. Maybe your internet's better in Canada than mine is right now. Oh, it loaded. Cool. All right, so I took my ClickFunnels URL, I dropped it in high level, and now we have it. Okay. So what's our attention? Who are we speaking to? Attention, ideal client who want result now.
Well, basically it was if you're suffering from imposter syndrome, you're worth more.
Okay.
Says the imposter syndrome.
All right, so maybe is your ideal client an entrepreneur woman? Is it a
my natural market is probably those 50 to or 45 to 60, 65 successful, high achieving, because the more successful you become, everybody looks at you and sees all that success and cannot imagine there's any pain underneath. And so the bigger your success, the bigger the secret that you have to keep buried about how I'm really not supposed to be doing all this stuff. I'm my own best example. Thank you.
Andres, how would you put that into a headline?
Sorry,
Muto.
I was muted. All right. Wow. This week I was dealing with inadequacies. I'm overcome that, but yeah. So it's like your darkness can be a light. How can your darkness be a light to others? Because when we shed light on that darkness, we actually healthy for us and healthy for other people to be okay to share.
Yeah, and that's exactly who I am today. When I got to be me, I don't have to be somebody else. I get to be me. And that's really where our personal power comes from.
Your darkness can be the source of light. Are you allowing your darkness to be the source of light?
Are people going to, that's not hitting with me, but
Okay, that's fine.
certainly let your light shine.
It doesn't have to be right now. It's just,
Yeah.
we're just working through it. So that's good.
Yeah, let your light shine, something along that line.
Okay, I love you all, but it's a little too obscure. So, all right, Sarah, help us out here.
Thinking.
You guys think I'll build.
You guys think I'll make coffee in the meantime? Can we talk about a lighthouse?
Oh, I
Or-
love
or-
the lighthouse. You know, the lighthouse, that was one of my favorite, and I forget the lady's name that said it, but the lighthouse stands and shines its light.
Mhm.
It doesn't run around the island looking for the boats to save.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
whole, yeah,
And all of its energy is really focused on that one singular light, right? That's prominent and bringing people in, boats in. And I wonder how light lit up the lighthouse is on the inside. If it's using all its resources on anyway, so we're getting to maybe, I don't know. Caleb, what are you looking for? I'm because we can talk about
All right, so attention,
butterflies and everything if you want to.
attention, ideal client who want result now. So ideal client, so it could be mature executive women who struggle with shame and doubt. I don't know.
I thought the imposter syndrome kind of nailed it, but I
So-
don't know what the jargon is today.
Is it possible, Sandra, that so to have a quick result, somebody who's looking for, like I need a taco now, right?
Yeah.
Is it possible that from our conversation yesterday, like I could see one of your prospects needing to prepare for a meeting in front of a presentation?
Yep.
They're preparing for their own talk. So they need something like, hey, it's happening like soon, it's happening tomorrow, it's happening in the next week, and I need a quick prep.
Yep.
Would
Yes.
that be?
That's what
good.
I do as well. That really is, because all this other stuff is actually, once they start working with me, we dig into that, because why aren't they giving a confident presentation
Mhm.
and so on.
I love
So-
that. I want to buy that, Scott. I want to buy that. Like I need the prep talk. I need the pep talk before my talk, because I'm
It's
too much
not
in
a
my
pep
head.
talk, it's a prep talk. And
Okay.
I'm working with a lady right now that's brilliant, but she needs feedback. So evaluation and feedback is another thing. So maybe they would need feedback on their presentation.
That
Yeah.
might be like the next step. But I like that you're doing a prep talk before the pep talk.
Yeah.
That's
No,
me.
no, it is. It's good because it's like when you go to listen, if you're in the game and it's halftime and you don't feel like you're gonna finish off real well, you need that coach to tell you, to help you.
Yep,
But you have to execute. You have to execute. You have no choice.
yep.
I
How
think
do you
it's really cool.
How do you think on your feet? That's really thinking on your feet and connecting with the audience.
I like your stand and shine your light statement.
Yeah,
I don't know what kind of file this is, Sandra, but goodness.
Do you have a logo, Sandra?
a logo like in a thingy? No, I think
I love it. A logo like in a thingy. Yes.
You know,
Love it.
same with
That's-
stuff.
probably not. It's probably the speak up, show up, stand up.
You know what? We don't need any of that nonsense, right? We're just
You don't. I just this having a conversation, Caleb.
I always think I'm my own logo.
You are.
Okay, do you have like a workbook or anything that they're gonna get on this talk, or one
Oh,
page,
that's good.
anything?
I have a workbook because I'm teaching a live class right now for 6 sessions. So I created the workbook so I can send out the 1 page or the workbook or whatever. It doesn't matter.
So.
But the 1 pager would
What's
be.
the workbook called?
Oh, I don't know that I put a name on it. Let me see. It's the Speak Up with Confidence class that I'm teaching.
Okay.
And that's the one that would be a beta, which is my unpaid paid class. All of it's
You all
getting
got it right.
recorded. I also have a divorce course that's all done, but I mean, I think the speaking up, I can't concentrate on all of them.
Okay, what graphic do you want? This lady behind the podium? Do you want this?
I've got a great one myself that the Indian people have put together with me with my microphone and standing up and speaking.
So it has like a little cover design and everything?
Yes, but it was done for share every.
All right, well, we're gonna go with this.
Anyhow, I can.
Nice.
Nice. 11. 8.5. 11. 3 size. Okay. So what's the name of this what's the name of this workbook?
It's just the Speak Up with Confidence workbook that I'm doing at the moment. It can be called whatever because we can rename a front page on it.
Okay, so while I'm working on this, so what did we land on for the headline? I'm sorry, I was focused on this thing over here.
I think the outcome in the headline needs to be speak up with confidence. So it's to help whoever it is overcome whatever problem it is to speak up with confidence.
It's Volks, right?
But does it invoke somebody who doesn't have confidence to get the confidence? Or like for me, I love that. I love it. But is that does your audience not have confidence to speak?
No.
Or does your audience have confidence? They just need a little.
I would say that they are faking it, hoping to make it, and it's just not working because they're still nauseous inside their stomach and their butterflies are all over the place, not in formation. So they're not feeling confident.
Here you go, Chuck.
No, not that.
Level up your. Can we always be more confident? Is that always is there always opportunity to be more confident?
Yes, look at me.
Yeah. Level up your confidence, right? So it doesn't show no matter where you are, you still have to level up, because that, to me, speak up with confidence means you don't have confidence. So level up your confidence.
Ooh.
To speak. Level up your speaking confidence. There you go. Level up your speaking confidence. All right, I'm done. See you later. I'm just kidding.
That was good. All right, download PNG.
I do have to tend my coffee. Anybody want coffee?
I do, yeah.
Boom. Yes.
All right, let's see if that worked. There we go. No, magazines. Leave. I don't like that one. Okay, so speak up with confidence. There you go. Okay, see how easy this is, Sandra? You're gonna have a funnel here in just a moment.
Anyhow, I have a bunch of resources. I just have to find them, whatever it is. I was trying to send you a picture of me with my microphone. That didn't work too well.
You can just send it in the Slack.
Oh, I forget how to use that. There you go, Jason. Dear.
Okay. All right, so look at that. Boom. Golden years, right? Speak Out of Confidence workbook. Send the Vox. Okay. So attention.
Your presentation is tomorrow. Presentation quick fix. Mature is kind of an insulting word.
Okay.
It's like somebody calling me a senior. Like, what do they know? I'm a
business. Geez, I don't know why it's so hard this morning. My copywriting gene is broken. All right. Speak up with confidence. Okay, learn. And just speak up with confidence. Confidence in the workplace.
Would you have a without now? Without whatever the problem is.
Yeah, learn to speak up. Confidence in the workplace. Without crushing shame and without
Feeling like an imposter. Without.
oh, there you go. Little as 2 hours. You want to call out women or just say individuals?
I'm happy to work with whoever. I guess I've always thought that my natural market was women, but there's men, lots of them. When I do this advocacy thing, it's going to be more men than women in the financial world. So it won't, yeah.
Does it have to be like professionals or executives? Like what level of individual are they in the organization?
These would be the other insurance agents who we're all self-employed. So that'd be entrepreneurial, if you will.
Attention aspiring professionals. Well,
I'm so happy you're struggling because this has been my challenge. Like, how do you nail something like this down?
Is it financial entrepreneurs? So like, it's like, what are they and what
well, the
niche
ones
are they
for
in?
advocates, these particular ones I'm going to be presenting. And so they would be, but they would be, I think they're your professional / executives or level, you know, because I think of myself as a professional within the insurance business and so on.
Although if they're self-employed, they're not necessarily an executive. So I guess it's like,
however,
employed
other
or are they
people I've
self-employed?
worked with have been executives within government, for instance. And she had an hour and a half session with me. And when she went back to do her work, because government being government, she said, well, we ended up with this conflict of these people, and we had the committees teaching, whatever, and there was a mix up. So we were able, and I said, well, you would draw it like a Venn thing, and here's, it's government. You can't draw anything because then somebody's going to nail you. So I said, use this. Okay, this committee was over here, did this, and our committee was over here. And we found that there's this little area that we confused everybody with, that we overlapped and didn't have that clear. So when she went and did the next one, even how to set up the room and run her meeting, she got immediate compliments from the director saying what a change there was. And that was just in a presentation for an executive member, high up doing her government work. But I didn't realize how insecure she was in her private life, because then we connected at a later time, and she's just got no confidence in her private life. So it's this conundrum, it's this, it really is this imposter syndrome. Like, who am I to be able to do this? Like the Marianne Williams.
Yeah. But I think that top bit is just trying to define exactly who you want to work with, not necessarily who you've worked with before, but who you ideally want to work with. So are they employed or self-employed, or are they a mixture of both? And then what level are they in there?
Yeah, the mixture of both, but they have to
both.
be,
So then
yeah, so they have to be doing, either your professional executive entrepreneur / who needs to break through the next level.
And is it only people in the financial industry you're
No,
going to be working with, or is it across the board?
It's across the board. You want to move up in your business. Like when I said that the free ones were on, Scott says, oh, I need that. And 2 or 3 people said, oh, I need that. And Hector came and sat in and watched what I was at. And but you don't realize how good you already are. So in some ways you need to know how good you are there. In other ways you need to know what's happening.
Sandra, one of the things I've picked up from a lot of the reading that the Caleb's provided and recommended, and some of the other things I've come across, is like the more specific, the better. Well, like for example, for me, everybody's going to benefit from chiropractic, in my opinion, nearly everyone. And like, so like my reach is broad, but the thing we have to keep in mind is when we're doing this stuff, we have to be very specific. The more specific, the better. So even though it's going to be like are you a financial professional, whatever, but there are so many, it's like, so it's going to be more helpful and it's hard because it requires, for me at least, a lot of imagination to target that one person.
Yeah.
That one segment. And one of the things I came across is a recommendation is to kind of go through the people you've already helped. Who's best responded to what you do? Like who's really gotten the most out of it? And like, what do all those people have in common? And then that's how you start going through that targeting, like, oh, you start to bring it down to that segment. And then one of the things that Caleb, I think, would advocate is that like you would build a funnel to attract each of those people.
Right. Well, so then there would be Willie, who was the government employee that she has to do presentations. That's what she has to do. There was the HR professional over at the Education Board of Education. She said, if I had known that I had to be up and speaking in front of people, I probably wouldn't have taken the promotion kind of thing.
Right.
So that in both cases, one was government, one was education. They were professional, executive, HR, whatever.
Or, and it could be something, you could say, are you a professional that's required to do public speaking that you were unprepared for? Like you could probably find a way, like, do you do regular public speaking and you hate it?
So that would work as a professional, period.
Yeah.
Because like I say, the self-employed financial advisors, we all think of ourselves as self-employed professionals.
What about attention professionals who dread public speaking?
Oh yeah.
Something like that. Or presentation, public, doing their presentations, who dread their presentations.
You could even do, I was gonna say it's just speaking, but then that implies it's like any talking at all. So that would be appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah. And the whole thing up, people think, well, I don't need it for public speaking. So whenever I've used
what about attention professionals who dread presentations, who dread presenting? Because that also implies like you're actually, you have to stand up there, and usually presenters have to promote confidence, and they also, in a way, there's also, you know, there's an element of salesmanship to it. You're putting something out there to convince somebody of something. And so someone might be okay presenting something that's like they're talking about their vacation.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about, I'm gonna talk to you about this thing I've been working on, then they get self-conscious.
That's good.
But I know in both of those cases, their directors, when they did that actual presentation a week later, they were getting comments on it. I mean, it was about how to set up the room and the challenges they were having. I mean, it covered a lot. But basically, it was having an effective presentation. It was well received.
Well, and this is a broad appeal. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, so look at that. Sandra, living La Vida Loca up there in Ontario.
I'm in Ontario, near Toronto.
Okay. I don't know where that's at. It's north.
Oh, Rochester, across from Rochester. Oh, you don't know where that is either, and that's in the States. I thought everybody knew Rochester.
We're gonna charge $29. All right. Only pay. We'll just add a claim my vacation workshop.
Worthwhile? Or no, yeah, if you're gonna put a specific dollar amount on it, that'd be.
If it was valuable. Yeah. Instead of worthwhile, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree that worthwhile's too vague.
Yeah.
Okay. Claim my communication workshop. See. Okay. Do you have any reviews or social proof of people you've worked with, screenshots, text messages?
I've got some live videos and such.
Anything. So this is social proof blocks. Okay, look at this. Bam, we made a funnel. All right, so a few things.
Did you do that?
What?
I said, whoa, dude, you do that?
I know. All right. This is the free taco funnel. It's self-explanatory. It's super powerful. People understand it, and it leads them to a bigger offer, right? You give them the free taco, they're going to want the full family meal deal. That's what we're talking about here. And we're modeled off of this very successful funnel for Scott. And all we did was he had his Google My Business posting, and we put the link in his, because he would get natural, organic Google My Business traffic, right, Chuck? That's your jam. And then we made this little free coupon link, essentially. We put it there, and it just continues to work, right? It's totally free. It's totally organic. And, we get a couple leads a month. And he closes a lot of them, right? Because people are looking for help. They're looking for a solution. And Scott makes it easy for them to take the next step. All right. So Sandra, do you have your pen and paper out? All right. Here is your homework. All right. I need a little invite video from you. Okay. I don't need to coach you on that. Just invite them to this. And 2 hours a placeholder. I don't know how long this workshop is, but just something that is like easy to commit to, right? 2-hour mini workshop, and say that we have multiple meeting times throughout the week. So just register, and then we'll find the time that works for you. Okay. So keep the video general so that we can use it kind of evergreen. right? So don't say show up on September 2nd, whatever, because then you're going to have to, then you're gonna have to change the video, right? So
Yeah.
just keep it general, say details down below, or, we have multiple class times. So just register and then we'll plug you into the right class for you, right? General invite video.
So are these are these classrooms, like you're saying, a workshop, mini workshop or whatever? So I could have other people at the same time. So I could be presenting it and it's not a one-on-one.
That's the whole point. Yeah. Yeah. They're group workshops, so you can bring a lot of people in.
Okay.
We can run some simple Facebook ads to this, get this filled up. And then don't say the price, but say there is an investment, but you only have to pay at the end of the class if you felt it was worth 10 times the amount.
I like that.
And then at the end of the class, you just give them a payment link, say, hey, if this was valuable, pay here, right? Whatever. Okay, so you need that video. We need the little blurbs on these, the workshop itself and the workbook, just kind of more telling them what's involved, what they're going to get, right?
Can you send me the thingy so I can see what I'm filling in?
Yeah, but I'm just instructing this for you and also for the class, right?
Yep.
So we're just, we're just telling them what they're going to get, okay? And then we need some social proof, some videos, and that's about it. Okay. So don't be limited by your, don't be hindered by limiting self-beliefs like Jason was talking about, right? The point of the mastermind is just to show up. It's just to bring you, bring what you do best and then let us help support you, right? And I said this to Afra a few weeks ago. It's like, she felt like she was taking up a lot of attention. I'm like, no, that's the purpose of the mastermind. The purpose of the mastermind is just to show up and get help and grow and go from entrepreneur to business owner. And then when you're in a better spot, you can help other people, right? Nobody apologizes for going to the doctor and receiving care. It's the same thing, same principle, right? So, yeah. Anyway, so that's it. How do you feel about that?
Blown away. Thank you.
I had my turn in the hot seat too, Sandra. So it's cool to see other people taking turns too.
Yeah, I've been watching you, Van, as well, recognizing what the struggle was, because everybody needs your chiropractic and how to market it down. And it was really positive for me here too, and hopefully it's been useful to everybody. I'm in the hot seat, but hopefully everybody's learning, is that the struggle of what it is I do and how on earth, so when people say, oh, that's not enough, but you're kind of on your own coming up with all these names, and you try it and you try this and you try that. And here with the group, all of you are throwing in some ideas to, okay, that's the collective one that makes sense. So it's really beautiful. Thank you so much, guys. And
Our
gals.
pleasure. Okay, I just made this funnel like way better. You want to see what I did?
Way better.
Was that a yes that you would send me my roughed in one so I can remember what all you need me to put in?
I'm just going to send you the recording link and you can rewatch it.
Okay. That works.
Yes, I will. I'm being lazy. Okay. Now I just made this funnel 10 times better, and then we'll end with this.
Show it to us.
Look at the skull emoji. Huh?
Oh yeah, love it.
Yeah. It's like, I would rather die than present.
That's true though. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Good
Yeah.
job, Caleb.
It's true. People fear speaking more than they fear death.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
My challenge is I was on stage when I was 5, but what I recognized was I always had that mask on my face with this lovely smile. Nobody understood. That's why I'm really big on this, understanding truly how your own lack of self-worth, like, and why me and how can this be happening, is hidden in behind the mask, regardless of the success. That's the deeper work.
Your little bio sells it. Sales are hard. I mean,
Okay.
now in my 7th decade of life, like instantly I go, I want to learn from that pink-haired mature lady.
Yeah.
All right, I love you guys all. 8:30 will be on the workshop call. If you were stuck anywhere in your more the messaging and the offer itself, come show up for that. And then tomorrow from 7 to 8, we'll be actually working in the funnels. So yeah, if you want to come work on your funnels and actually do this process yourself, come show up for that as well. And always bring a friend, and I'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Hey, look, can we also work on websites?
No, we don't. Yeah, you can.
Right.
If